So, welcome to episode 2 of Crow Tribe Conversations. With me is my good friend JD Smith of J. Donovan Smith Creative. JD is a member of NLWBC, that is North Lake Washington Business Connection, and various other organizations here in the North King County, your zone is kind of in the greater Seattle area all around. So, and JD and I have known each other for a few years as friends, but I've also been a client of his. He's done some great work for me. And here's something he did a great for my wife's 60th birthday. It was COVID. We couldn't get people together. And I thought, how am I going to have her understand how much she's appreciated? And JD did a great job helping compile a bunch of short interviews and setting it to music, and tears were on cheeks when that was delivered and seen by the small group. So enough of my talk. Let's hear you talk about your story and why are you a videographer?
I'm just going to go off of what you just said about tears on cheeks. Emotion. What I do is based on people. It's we're trying to get some kind of effect out of somebody else, in a nutshell. When I get to meet with a client to talk about a project, I'm meeting with somebody and everybody's fascinating. Everybody has a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting across the table from somebody and they're telling me the story and I'm asking more questions, and we're not even talking about the project of the business. It's this person. It's like, I'm fascinated.
And it's part of your process then.
It's one of the process, and it just naturally happens. I'm a lot like you. Like when we met, you were asking me all these questions and I'm answering, and you're getting more and more into it, into it.
Yeah.
So and let's just talk about that. Financial advisor. I mean, that we're being simplified. That's not what you do.
Right.
You want to help people fulfill longer term.
Somehow it seems to require a gesture like that. Yeah. So
yes.
Even on the phone, I'm trying to convey. I wanted to come across.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I've had a few financial advisors, financial advisors in my life, and they never really cared. They never asked the question. It just seems like, hey, your money is safe with us and it's going to grow. And yeah, they get the account and I never hear from them. Oh yeah, year review. Yeah, that's great. You wanted to know, you ask questions like, this guy is like a superhero of financial advisors. And when you had hired me to do your promotional video, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what am I going to do? I've never done a financial advisor video before. I thought back to that time where you wanted to know about me. You're the superhero, where I came up with the idea of doing a movie trailer theme. And still to this day, it was one of my cleaner works and had that sound and the text that kind of expands. There's a feeling to that. And so one of the things that I really love about my job is the people that I meet and the connection that starts to happen that I can bring into the video of that message, whatever the video is for. The conversation drums up music, sound. I get an idea of the personality of the person I'm working with, but the personality of the business as well, because every business has a personality. If you start to think about that, businesses have a personality, and it's up to me to capture that right music for that video. And there's struggles, there's challenges in every business and all that. But I would say for me, because I'm I've got this emotion, I've got this authenticity and this caring. There's a word for it that I'm not explaining very well.
But you're doing with your body. You're doing this shoulder thing. You're putting a lot of emotion into it.
It's the
There's not
emotion.
a word for that.
So
I
love
it's
that.
like a wave of something. So
it is
coming through, man. So that's why we do videos. So.
and so I used to give clients a choice of 5 to 8 songs that I got from that meeting that I thought is appropriate for this video. They would choose the song, and I would use that to produce a video. I really don't do that anymore because I trust that the feeling I'm getting from our meeting and what we're trying to
Wait, you trust your own feeling?
My own feeling, what I'm getting.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's really, what is the purpose of that video? What's the message that they're hiring me to produce this video? It's the person that I'm meeting with, that I'm getting, songs in my mind of what it could be, but in what is the message of the video and what music is appropriate for that message.
So you're saying you're trusting your own interpretation of that rather than saying pick a song?
Yes.
You're picking it based on your interpretation.
Because most times when I would give them choice 5 or 8 songs to listen to, I'm choosing 2 that I want to use. And most always they would choose at least one of those.
Oh.
So I don't need to do that anymore.
You're on track. Okay.
I'm on track because I'm getting this sense of feeling.
You're doing it again. You're getting
it's funny that I'm that you're pointing that out. But I'm really empathetic with people, and I think that's what kind of does set me off, apart from other videographers, is that the emotion of what I'm getting and what we want this video to be is coming out in the video. I'm nailing it. I have off days too. Just like everybody. Oh, we don't like that song. Okay, well, here, let me send you 5 other songs.
Okay.
And we'll try out. But most often, I'm really in tune with what's going on. And with that, I wanted to mention this video I did for a client. He was looking for somebody to capture his father's service. He had passed away during COVID. They couldn't meet to have a service for his dad.
Is this a memorial or a funeral or both?
It's a memorial,
okay.
And it was a year later.
Okay.
But if it doesn't matter when you get there, I mean, we're honoring this man. He was a big guy in the Air Force, and so we had a 5-plane flyby, and the one plane went west, who means he passed away.
Okay.
They had the 21-gun salute. They had people there that did the rifles, and they had a bugle doing taps. I mean, so they had everything.
Oh,
and so I'm there, and I'm running around trying to capture all these because they're in different areas in this area that we had. And
is this indoor or outdoor?
This was an undercovered. It was a covered area, but outside.
Okay.
And I'm running around, but I realize that there's grieving people here, and I'm sensing that. And so the thing that I really love is I'm meeting with people, and especially with this project,
right.
I'm coming into an intimate experience with this family, and they're inviting me. I got a job to do, but I'm feeling what is going on. And so my client, he's the son, and he hired me. He's there. We're experiencing the same thing, except I got a job to do, and I'm filming. But I'm listening to the words. I'm feeling it. I'm watching the rifleman shoot, and then I run over to the bugle guy that's doing taps, and they undid the flag, and so I'm doing all this. Well, I put the video together, and I showed him proof 1. We only did 1 revision, and then it was final.
Okay.
That first one, he said, "I'm speechless. He said, you made my father a hero, and you put this video together that we cried watching this video."
Oh.
I'm getting emotional now because it was really cool. And anyway, so he said, look, as a thank you, like, dude, I was there. You've invited me into this intimate experience. That was enough for me. It's like, you did more than I was expecting. So he said, meet me at Harvey Field in Snohomish, and he's a pilot. He flew me in his plane to Roche Island. We had lunch and then came back. But it was just a a beautiful thing, but it's that feeling that I captured from being there, which is nice.
So do you want tears on cheeks, or somebody's going to feel what you're trying to convey, and you can be known and have more customers? It might be worth calling JD. So JD, with your permission, I'd like to have this interview follow with some examples of that, and maybe we'll put that together so people can see that, because I can attest. I've seen, and I'm just a fan of JD's work, and I used to be a musician. Were you ever a musician?
Drummer.
Oh, okay. Then
15 years.
It's in there, man. So the sound, the way he puts sound together in ways we're not even conscious of, but it just creates that emotion, feeling, and connectivity. So I'm proud of what you do, proud of the product that you built for me that I'm still utilizing, and as well as what you had done. JD's a videographer, but he's also helped with some branding things as well. And he's done that for North Lake Washington Business Connection. Our Crow logo was, he took my vision and killed it, like he said. So, let's have you back again sometime, man. So
sounds good.
So
thank you.
To be continued.
Cheers.
How are income taxes going to affect our retirement?
Who can we trust that really cares about us?
When the call of our country was heard, Colonel Garris answered. Self was forgotten in the cause of the greater good.